All right, it's your open line. You can give us a ring if you want to converse with us. We're talking issues of water, and I'm also joined in the studio by Themba Masango, who you can contact, and the number will be on your screen soon before the end of the conversation. But you can also send an email on info@nimsa.org, as well as go to their website on nimsa.org. You can call them on 082 490 7525. I got that. I hope 7523. Okay, they put it up on the screen there for you to call. You ring there to just find out where is the drop-off. What's the drop-off point in Santen, which is not far from here? You don't know the drop-off point?
Santen, what again? Next to the 702 offices.
Next to 702,
yeah.
Right.
Next to 702 offices.
Next door to 702, you can, if you are in Santen, you can drop off there. Well, if you phone there, or you can find more details about something, a drop-off point that's nearest to you. Let's go to Kimberley now to talk to Joe. Good evening to you, Joe.
Good evening, Mr. JJ.
Evening to you. How are you?
I'm good, man. You're speaking not Joe, Jack Mo'opathoho.
Oh, is it Jack?
Jack Mo'opathoho.
Jack, go for it.
JJ, thanks for a good show, man. You know, in Kimberley, we're suffering the same consequences. As I'm speaking right now, our work is also closed. We don't have work in the mornings.
Where? In Kimberley?
In Kimberley.
In town itself?
In town, in the location.
South Africa is dry.
We don't have water as I'm speaking. And we have a lot of, there's a lot of crises that our government needs to sort out. Our hospital, Kimberley Hospital. Recently, I just lost my mother. The services in hospital are for 30.
Sure.
Our defense force here in Kimberley, the services are pathetic. Everything is in chaos. Everything is in chaos in Kimberley.
You are really
water, we don't have water.
Yeah, you are painting a very bleak picture. Would you say it's a water crisis, or it's something that's maybe just a short-term shortage of water, and maybe some incompetence of some services? Because you guys have a very good premier there, Hammanskraal, who's been making the right noises.
Yeah, yes, he is indeed. That I agree. I agree. He needs support from us, the citizens. I'm sure he's also aware, because recently there were pipes that were fixed. But you know, these things of tenders, giving brothers tenders, people who can't do the proper job and so on and so on. That is why till now we don't have water. Since it's been 2 months fixing pipes, new pipes,
sure.
Even today. It's the same. I'm sure you know also about the hospital. It was for 13 years.
So even in the hospital, sometimes there's no water?
Even in the hospital, sometimes there's no water.
All right, I think we've lost.
As I'm speaking, I hope you people can come around Kimberley, come and look over these things, come and ask questions about these things, because Kimberley is forgotten. If there is, we don't even have a soccer stadium as I'm speaking as well from the World Cup. It's the only province that doesn't have a stadium, not even a regional stadium.
All right, Jack, you're lumping everything. I see there's a problem there. I think Hammanskraal, who has promised to come and visit us and has not kept that promise yet, will come and talk to us about the situation in Kimberley. But Jack, thank you so much for your call. As you can hear, certainly Hammanskraal, only a sample. You remember when Cape Town was going through this,
yes.
They were saying there's going to be day zero.
Yeah,
Just like, wow.
As if it's a
There's
dream.
many communities that have been on day zero.
Some people were born in day zero.
Does anybody care that Hammanskraal is actually on day zero now?
That's right. I mean, especially peri-urban areas like Hammanskraal are places that are almost forgotten. And JJ, I think this initiative is very important, because we need to show the country and to the world that we as South Africans, and especially black African people, are able to rise amongst themselves and to say, guys, let us try and help each other, and let us get this thing going. And as you can see, calls are coming in now from Kimberley as well. So it is something that really could galvanize all of us. You know, if people could, South Africa can come together with regards to a KFC proposal, and people, will be giving an arm and a leg to make sure that wedding, and that wedding passes.
Yeah.
What more about making sure that we give
I'm told
water
that corporates are falling over themselves, donating huge sums of money over that proposal for what frankly is publicity.
Exactly. And I mean, you know, people's girlfriends are falling over to go to KFC now.
Yeah.
So we need to really come together in that spirit.
I think we need decent, right, corporates. And I'm calling on the corporates now. It's Business Tuesday here on your view. If you are a decent corporate, right, especially that is based in Gauteng, because you know Hammanskraal is a huge area.
It's a huge area.
If you right, there are buses who are using people of Hammanskraal as their labor must how
plow
can
back
they
in
give
there.
back?
Yes.
You know, I mean, if they just sponsor just
5
one
litre
tanker of water, one.
That's all we're asking.
Right? Well, that's all we're asking. If you are out there, you are a CSI manager of a corporation, and you want to assist, of course,
get in touch
the
with
number
us. Yes.
on the screen there. You can call, not in your name, and let it be in your name that you call them and say, what are you going to do as a corporate? Okay, we're going to go to Welcome now. Tabang in Welcome. Good evening.
Good evening, JJ. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Thanks. I just want to applaud the gentleman with the title, not on my name.
Yes.
No, this is the crisis that the Hammanskraal community is facing. And the sad part about this thing, now I can see, I'm watching the show right now, and what I can also see is there are people who are traveling, using the trucks, traveling in certain stations to deliver the kitchen water. The thing is, the government, those people who are doing those services, who are running those services, is tenders that they are going to benefit at the end of the day, and taxpayers will have to be liable for those kind of things. So I just want to say that I just applaud the gentleman into the people.
And your view on the matter, and also your contribution, and hopefully you can friend. A lot of us here waste that water. You find that you've put it there in the garage. That 5 liters is gathering dust there, and you don't have use for it. And someone in Hammanskraal doesn't have water to mix their food with. It's bad, right? And we have to do something. We can't just talk. We have to act. Okay? Right. Let's look at what the professor, a young professor from Wits University, said to my colleague Themba last night.
Part of the problem is really people don't understand the water issues, and they see one problem and then they diagnose another. So let's look at the farmers. It's a good place to start. In the business, in the water business, we actually say there's a difference between an agricultural drought and a hydrological drought, that's drought in the rivers, and a meteorological drought, that's the rainfall drought. Now what's happening is that there's been, in some parts of the country, a really serious meteorological, there hasn't been much rainfall, and immediately that affects farmers who depend, for instance, on grazing or on rain-fed crops like maize and so on. And what we're seeing at the moment is that the farmers are the first hit. Now, a lot of panic about the dams. The dams, in fact, in most places are reasonably full. Not as full as we'd like them to be, but they're reasonably full. But the crisis that's affecting the farmers is not yet a crisis of water supply. Now people will say, oh, but there's shortages of water all over, you know, and there's another station that's saying Bushbuck Ridge, Limpopo, Guyana, Adelaide in the Eastern Cape. Well, those shortages are probably not because there's a water shortage. There's actually a management shortage. People aren't managing their water properly. So we've got to diagnose very carefully what's the problem we're talking about, what's the cause of it, and what can we do to solve it. And I think that approach would help calm quite a lot of the sort of panic talk about a day zero that we're hearing around.
All right. Mike Muller there talking to my colleague. But he used to be the DG, by the way, of Water Affairs himself. And I'm not sure whether when he was there, he did this diagnosis he's telling us about now. But I mean, that's all right. I don't want to be negative. But maybe government shouldn't be losing people like that to the private sector. He should sit there because he seems to still have a lot of ideas and help government to implement those. Mabubani in Tembisa, good evening.
Good evening, JJ. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm fine, man. I'm just very, very, very upset after I saw what you just speak up right now. So what I understand, JJ, last year we had a conference somewhere in Eastern whereby we were speaking about water problem. The minister was communicating with the water people.
Yeah.
So I called valleys. Other valleys are built up in such a way that they are already a dam by themselves. So I have made this idea. I have even owned. Yeah, we use all our valleys in order to solve the water crisis because there's this dam in Pumalanga they call Loskop Dam. If you can look at the Loskop Dam, it was the natural period dam, but these people they just adjusted on the other side. It is a big, a huge dam there, of which it supplies people there around. Even last day with Friday, I was in a meeting in Kwaggafontein. They were speaking about trying to make a way to get water from there to the municipality in Kwaggafontein. But I'm so worried because around Kwaggafontein there are many valleys, even around 4 valleys, of which they are good. They are dams by themselves. If you can go there and view them, they are dams by themselves. They just want an adjustment. There's where always water passes there. There's a water streams, there's a water river passing through.
And if you put these suggestions to the municipality in that conference you held, and do you feel that they're not acting on those leads?
There's a year already I have given them my proposal that that idea is not for me to make money because I said to them I declare that 30% will go to job creation because government is speaking about job creation. Another 30% will go to the social illnesses address. We're only going to be left with 40%. And on the other hand, they are talking about this thing of stopping the monopoly, this and that.
Yeah.
We have only one service provider for water now, of which is groundwater. On the other hand, it's going to be me who's helping the government with 60%.
All right.
But no one has ever come to me even today.
Yeah. All right. Can we do this? Just stay on the line. All right. Stay on the line. Don't go. Give your details to Joy there or Lesego for us to contact you, so you can share with us that proposal, and we can see who else we can put it to them. We can send it to the Water Research Commission as well as the Ministry of Water to see whether or not they can find it useful. Because sometimes people just sit because of all sorts of incompetencies, can just sit on a proposal that could actually help to resolve what is essentially a crisis. So thank you so much for your call and sharing your views with us tonight. Themba Masango?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for your initiative and thanks for coming to talk to us. We really appreciate the work you're doing, and we will on people between now and Friday to donate the water. The number still on your screens if you want to donate, to call in to see where is the nearest drop-off point for the water.
We'll really appreciate it, and we'll just please meet, yes, I believe. It's all you want. Just bring water. We'll appreciate it. Thanks, JJ.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So we're going to take a break now. Of course, after the break and after the headlines with Carmen Ready tonight, our Frank Talk is with the Chief Executive of the Central Energy Fund Group, who's going to be talking to us about all matters of energy security and related issues. So you stay tuned. Very interesting conversation on our Business Tuesday here on Your View. Let's take a break now.